Man United offer vital player in crazy swap deal for Barcelona star who's on Ratcliffe's list. Manchester United have offered club captain Bruno Fernandes in a swap deal for Barcelona midfielder Frenkie de Jong, according to reports. De Jong has been linked with a move to the Red Devils ever since his former manager Erik took the reins at Old Trafford in 2022. Fernandes remains one of Man United's most important players, scoring 10 goals and making 7 assists in 33 Premier League appearances this season. The Portugal international has received some criticism, though, with pundits claiming he isn't captain material and calling out his negative body language on the pitch. Fernandes also hinted in a recent interview with DAZN Portugal that a move away from Man United for him could happen this summer. "Obviously, it doesn't just depend on me, does it?" Fernandes said. "A player always has to want to be here, but at the same time, you have to want him to stay. At the moment, I feel there's that on both sides. I'm not thinking too much about the future, not least because, obviously, this season hasn't been at the level I'd hoped for, either individually or collectively, so far. So, if you want me to be very honest, if I have to think about not continuing in the Premier League, it won't be until after the Euros because nothing will be able to take my focus away from the FA Cup final and the Euros, as there's nothing more important than that at the moment." Man United to offer Fernandes plus cash for Barca star. According to Spanish newspaper Nacional, Man United have offered a swap of Fernandes for De Jong, who they continue to insist on signing from Barcelona. De Jong still appears on the list of Ratcliffe's objectives despite the fact that Ten Hag is in serious danger of being sacked. And now Man United are willing to sacrifice Fernandes in order to get a deal done for the Dutch international. They don't want to pay De Jong's €90 million, £77.5 million valuation, and have instead offered compensation of €20 million, £17 million, plus Fernandes to secure his signature. Fernandes would jump at the chance to join Barcelona, with the report stating he'd give the okay to Barca with his eyes closed, and is willing to lower his salary to be able to put himself under Xavi's command. Whether or not Man United can convince De Jong to join them this summer, however, remains to be seen. He is under contract at the Camp Nou until 2026 and is an important player for the Catalans. Man United on red alert as Kevin Thelwell admits Everton player sales are inevitable. Everton stars Jared Braithwaite, Amadou Onana, and Jordan Pickford are in demand, and it's likely that at least one of them will be sold this summer. The Toffees are facing great uncertainty with their takeover by 777 partners on the brink of collapse, while other interested parties consider launching offers for the club. Sean Dyche has meanwhile done a fantastic job at Goodison Park, guiding Everton away from relegation despite receiving an 8-point deduction for 2 breaches of the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules. Dyche is keen to improve his squad in the summer, but in a recent interview with the official Everton website, Thelwell suggested that selling key players is inevitable. "I understand that, as with every transfer window, there is a great deal of anticipation around what business may be done. Whilst I cannot go into details, I have been working closely with Sean and our key staff here at Finch Farm, utilizing data and insight from our recruitment team, planning for the summer window. As is always the case, there must be multiple plans and strategies in play, and a dynamic approach to planning is key. It is also important that I am completely candid with you. The reality is, given the regulations in place and the club's current financial position, we have to trade well. Working within such tight financial parameters makes the job extremely difficult. Whilst we want to ensure the team is as competitive as possible, we cannot lose sight of our central objective to protect the long-term stability of the club. That does mean players will be sold, and also that every tool at our disposal will be used to secure new additions to the squad, including utilization of the loan market. Man United, Arsenal targets could be sold by Everton. Braithwaite, 21, is considered one of Everton's most sellable assets, and plenty of clubs are interested in signing the talented centre-back. He is a key reason why the Toffees have the 4th best defensive record in the Premier League, with his performances earning his first England call-up in March. As we have consistently reported, Manchester United are huge admirers of Braithwaite and are considered the favourites to sign him this summer. Tottenham and Bayern Munich are also keen. Everton will be looking to receive a fee in excess of £70 million for the defender. Onana, on the other hand, is considered to be one of the best young midfielders in the Premier League. Arsenal, Tottenham and Chelsea have been keeping close tabs on the 22-year-old throughout the season and could jump at the chance to sign him. Everton have reportedly slapped a £60 million price tag on Onana ahead of the summer window, and it will be interesting to see whether any club matches their valuation. Finally, Jordan Pickford is arguably the toughest star player and has been vital in them avoiding relegation for the past 3 seasons. Recent reports have claimed that Chelsea hold an interest in the England star as they consider signing a new goalkeeper. Aaron Ramsdale is likely to leave the Emirates at the end of the season in search of more playing time. It does seem unlikely Pickford would want to play second fiddle to Raya, however. Everton will likely sell one of the 3 players before they have to submit their accounts for this season on June 30th. Ten Hag sacked to decide future of exiled Man United duo with Ratcliffe to allow Mason Greenwood return. Erik Ten Hag's future is increasingly uncertain, and Team Talk understands that his potential sacking will have ramifications for Mason Greenwood and Jadon Sancho at Manchester United. Pressure continues to mount on the Dutch coach as the Red Devils sit in 8th place in the table, on track for their worst ever finish in the Premier League era. Greenwood's future will likely be one of the summer's biggest stories. Events saw him banned from the club and subsequently loaned out to Getafe at the start of this season, where he has scored 8 goals and made 9 assists in 28 La Liga appearances. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has vowed to take another look at his situation. Team Talk sources have confirmed that Getafe are very interested in keeping him for another season and intend to open negotiations with Man United soon. A decision will be made in the summer, and Man United would prefer a sale rather than another loan for Greenwood, but Team Talk can reveal that they will not accept a cut price fee and will only sanction his exit if a suitable offer is tabled. If no club submits a suitable offer, we understand that the Red Devils will allow Greenwood to return to the squad, assuming Ten Hag is no longer there. Atletico Madrid consider Greenwood move, Sancho in limbo. Atletico Madrid have been following Greenwood's situation very closely and, like Getafe, are planning to get in touch with Man United over a potential deal. Juventus have also been heavily linked with the 22-year-old, but Team Talk sources state that he has not been made a primary target by the Italian club, contrary to reports. Juve's priority for the summer is to sign a new midfielder, with Adrian Rabiot expected to leave as a free agent in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, some sources have suggested Aston Villa could be one of the Premier League clubs considering Greenwood as someone who could strengthen their squad, particularly given the anticipated farewell of Nicolo Zaniolo after his loan spell from Galatasaray. Whether or not Ten Hag is sacked will also affect the future of Sancho. The manager banished him from the first team in September after their public bust-up, for which the winger refused to apologise. Sancho has been on loan with former club Borussia Dortmund since January and has played a key role in helping them reach the Champions League final. Team Talk can reveal that playing for Man United again next season is possible for the 24-year-old, but again, only if Ten Hag is sacked. Ratcliffe will not make a final decision on Greenwood or Sancho until the manager's situation is resolved, but everything points towards a new boss taking charge at Old Trafford next term. Man United told to complete astonishing Jose Mourinho reunion as 4 key factors named. Number 1, target must be forgotten. Manchester United chief Sir Jim Ratcliffe has been told he must forget about his main target to replace Erik Ten Hag and instead greenlight a sensational move for the club's ex-manager Jose Mourinho. Ratcliffe had previously been leaning towards sticking with Ten Hag, but ever since Man United's 4-0 loss to Crystal Palace there have been growing rumours that the Dutchman is set to be sacked at the end of the campaign. Several outlets have revealed that the Man United players expect Ten Hag to be axed, while the morale among the squad